Hey guys, Mikey here again today. I'm going to be bringing you a tutorial on how to play the Demon Hunter on Monster Power 10 Inferno. I hope you enjoy. Hey guys, here we are again. I'm really excited about doing this video. I've had a lot of people ask me how to play the Demon Hunter. They struggle with her, things like that. They don't know how to stay alive with her. They die a lot. They say that she's the crappiest class. They don't like her, things like that. I will say she is the most underpowered in my opinion right now, currently in Diablo 3. But however, if you use this build, she is very viable and it is very, very fun to play her. I actually prefer playing her over most of the other classes just for the simple fact that she requires a little more kite and fight, and it's not just to stand and just hold one button and just slay everything kind of thing. So she's a lot of fun for that reason. So let's get right into the skills I use, my passives, and then I'll go over the items that I use as well. On my left click, I like to use Bola Shot with Imminent Doom. This is a great skill. You're going to be doing a lot of AOE damage. It's going to be just blowing up and just smashing everything in an area. Good skill to have, and it scales really well with the passive that I'll be talking about here in a little bit. On my right click, I like to use Rapid Fire with High Velocity. You could easily switch this out in a group. You could easily switch this with Bombardment. Bombardment is awesome if you have a monk and or a mage sitting there pulling everything together and freezing everything for you. But for solo play, I prefer using Rapid Fire with High Velocity. And simply for the fact that Bombardment takes a few seconds for the damage to apply. So when you have High Velocity, it's more immediate damage. In turn, gives you more health. Gives you health at a quicker rate. On my 1 key, I like to use Vault with Tumble. This is a great skill. Vault, you get to roll out of the area. It lets you dodge things like that. On top of that, the next time you do use Vault, the cost of it's reduced by half the second time you use it. So it helps manage your discipline a little better. It's a good skill to have. Mobility is never a bad thing. On my 2 key, I like to use Sentry with Guardian Turret. I absolutely love having some form of damage reduction on any character I play. This is a great skill. You get a little extra damage out of it. You can actually have 2 turrets active at one time. So it's a good ability. And on top of that, it gives you and your allies 15% damage reduction that stand within the bubble. On my 3 key, I like to use Companion with Bat Companion. It summons a bat. It's a no-brainer. It just gives you the 3 hatred regeneration per second. Good skill to have for the fact of keeping your hatred up. Pretty much works like a battery. You keep your hatred going, you can keep your discipline going, so they feed off of each other really well. And plus the bat provides a little extra damage too. Not amazing, but a little extra. 4 key, I like to use Shadow Power. Shadow Power is amazing. This skill is definitely the best skill out of all of them. This skill here is what's going to make you a tank. You draw on the power of the shadow, gaining 15% of damage is done. 15% of all damage done is life for 5 seconds. And the Gloom Run gives you the 35% damage reduction on top of your Sentry. I mean, that's just a lot of damage reduction. It's amazing. Anyway, going on to passives here. Perfectionist reduces the discipline cost of all skills by 10%, increases your life, armor, and all of your resistances by 10%. Just more tanky durability. I like this passive a lot. I think it's necessary in this build, so I use it. Night Stalker. Now this says critical hits have a chance to restore 1 discipline. Some people mistake this for critical hits give you 1 discipline. Now you have to keep in mind that's a chance. But however, with this Bola Shot here, you're going to be doing so much AOE damage that chance pretty much becomes a guaranteed. It's a wonderful skill to use with this, and I'll be showing you here in a little bit how you can keep your discipline up. It's really nice. It's just a constant. On my 3rd passive, I like to use Archery, and this right here just gives you a little more damage when using weapons. Alright, so let's just go on to, I will say that you don't necessarily have to use this if your damage is really high, if you have really good gear. I've seen some Demon Hunters not use this, but these two are probably a must in my opinion. Anyway, let's go on to some gear now. I'm just going to kind of briefly go over it and show you guys what I'm using. And if you want to pause the video and check it out, that's fine. I actually switch out a lot of gear between my Monk and my Demon Hunter. It's just more cost efficient. And there's my damage there. Now this isn't unbuffed, that is with the passive, but still pretty decent damage. Here you can see you want to do the same thing as before. You want to get your critical hit chance pretty high, your critical hit damage pretty high. 600-ish resist, that's a good area. You want your health to be pretty high, almost have 50k, which is a decent amount. I'm only a Paragon level 25, so I mean this all has room for increase and improvement. And I'll just kind of scroll down through here and let you see all these. So pretty much critical hit chance, critical hit damage, attack speed, all resist and health. Alright, so let's get right to it. Go to the Fields of Misery. Pull out your little Bat Companion. You want to keep him out at all times if possible. Now pretty much what you want to do is you want to kind of run around and just group stuff up as you go. And once you get a decent group, I'll show you what to do. take note that I'm using my shift and my left click to shoot these bolas at enemies, as opposed to trying to click on them with the left click. That can actually get you killed a lot. So. Now, if you're kind of, I mean, this group could be bigger, but I'm just going to use this as an example. If you're kind of done chasing, you can simply just throw down a turret and use your gloom and just start applying damage. And just watch that discipline. I mean, it just keeps fueling right back up. There you go, second turret, dodge that. Well, I didn't get to dodge it. But you can see how that charge there, with my gloom active and standing in that turret, pretty much didn't do a whole lot to me. And that's the whole idea of this build. That's what I kind of wanted to show you guys. I mean, obviously, if you can dodge something, do dodge it. I don't suggest purposely trying to take damage if you don't have to. But with this build, you can kind of just sit here and just tank anything and just keep doing damage and gaining life. I kind of got low there because I didn't pop my gloom. Kind of got distracted. But anyway, I'll try to get a bigger group this time around. Do some kiting. But I mean, I hope you guys could see there how the discipline was just a constant. Okay, watch out for that bull charge. Okay, get the gloom going. Charge. Gotta dodge those charges. I mean, I'm just tanking. That's all I'm doing. And you want to keep your damage constant, just like any other class you play. If you got to keep your damage constant if you want to keep gaining life, you got to get those dodges in too. And I'm not even left clicking or anything. I'm just holding my shift, holding my left click, and I'm moving my mouse cursor to where I want to go, and that's when I'm using my vault. So I'm actually, the only mobility I'm using right now is my 1 key. Alright, here's where this velocity can kind of come in handy, show you the single target damage here. And they really, when they buffed that skill, it actually helped the Demon Hunter quite a bit. The single target damage is a lot better with that. There you go, I'll give you an example of it. It's pretty decent. I mean, it's a pretty awesome skill. Okay, maybe I can find an elite group to give you guys an example of how to deal with those. Elite packs can be a little hard. They can, depending on what they are, if they have mortar or if they have walling, it can be a real big pain. But you can beat them, and hopefully I'll get to show you how. If you run across an elite group that has walling, the best thing to do in any situation with any group that has walling, and this goes for any character you play, is do not put yourself in narrow corridors or like hallways. Always try to keep yourself in an area that's open, so if you have to move somewhere, you have the ability to do so. And see, again, you can just see that discipline just returning like crazy to me. And there you go, you saw again where I just took that charge. Again, I just took another one. Like I said, you want to try to dodge those, but as long as you keep your gloom up, it's really hard for you to die. There we go, and actually got a legendary in this group here. Not that it really matters, because as we all know, the legendaries are not that amazing most of the time in this game. With the expansion coming out soon, they've been saying that they're going to improve all that, so hopefully that is true. However, I don't know how well it will redeem what's been done, but we will see. Alright, let's go on here and see if I can find a elite pack somewhere. Probably have to nuke down this group real quick. And there you go, I just paragoned. And really, and that's the other thing is, in a lot of my videos I do fight the elite packs and I will stop to kill them. In all honesty, if you're trying to power level, especially on a class like this, for the most part, if they're really a pain and they're hard to kill, skipping elite groups is actually more beneficial to you for leveling than it is to stop you killing them. However, I do this just to show you guys examples and just to show you that it is possible to play these characters with these builds. So that's the reason I do that. you can see that discipline just coming right back. Watch that charge. Just kind of roll around, reposition, kind of even out the AOE damage. Because the Imminent Doom, it does only apply damage within a certain radius, so it is good to roll around when you can and try to evenly distribute the AOE damage. Okay, let's see if I can find an elite group here. There you go, just dodge that. But I mean, this is basically what I was talking about. I mean, you virtually turn into a indestructible tank. And there you go, you saw how I took that there. And a lot of playing any character is just paying attention and being aware. More so the Demon Hunter, like I said. She does require a lot more attentive skill than some of the other classes. But, in turn, it can make it more fun for you. Like I said, if you're kind of tired of those just standing there and just face rolling. Barbarian's kind of the same way. I mean, you can go infinite wraths with the Barbarian, and it's pretty easy to kill stuff whenever you play him. I'm going to skip the Key Warden. I really don't like fighting him if I don't have to. I'm really surprised there hasn't been an elite pack yet. Dodge that. Yeah, you can really see this AOE shine right here. Look at that. Just the great thing about this skill is when one target dies, it erupts and does all of its AOE damage that you've applied to it to everything else around you. I mean, you just annihilate groups. It's really good.
That was just a taste.
Same thing, just nuking them down. And whenever you play this way, you actually do gain quite a bit of experience and level pretty fast using this AOE build. I'm really surprised I haven't found any elite pack yet. There we go again. And that discipline is just a constant with this build. I mean, you just never run out. Same thing with your hatred, pretty much. I mean, you can see that right there. I mean, I'm just holding that down, spamming that. And it's slowly draining my hatred. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Unfortunately, I did not find an elite pack, but I really hope that I could help you guys out. In the future, I do plan on making more videos, so if you liked it, let me know what class you want to see, and thank you for watching.